Welcome to the channel, and advance Merry Christmas to you all. Before we begin, tell me something honestly. How is your Christmas preparation going so far? Decorations done? Gifts planned? Or stress already knocking? Let me know in the comments. Now, listen carefully, because tonight's story begins where respect ends. The laugh came from behind me. Sharp, public, cruel. I didn't turn around at first. I was watching my wife's reflection in the glass, how her smile tightened before she laughed too. Not surprised, not confused, prepared. Someone touched my shoulder. The groom's father, a hand heavy with confidence. "So what do you do again?" he asked, loud enough to travel. "Something blue-collar, right? 200 people, crystal glasses, soft music, and silence waiting to be broken." My wife leaned closer to him, wine on her breath. "He works with his hands," she said, amused. "As long as he's happy." I felt it then. Not anger, something colder. I reached into my pocket and felt my phone. Warm, ready. This was the moment everything finally aligned. I married her because she understood silence. Or I thought she did. But silence, I learned, can be rehearsed. So can affection. So can loyalty. The cracks started months earlier. Small humiliations disguised as jokes. Her family asking when I'd get a real position. Her correcting people when they assumed I was senior management. "I don't want them to get the wrong idea," she'd say. I noticed how her father treated me differently once the groom's family entered the picture. How I stopped being husband and became background. The groom's father, successful, respected, never looked at me directly. He spoke over me. Through me. And my wife? She joined him. That was the real betrayal, not the mockery. The participation. I realized something standing there at the wedding table listening to them laugh. She didn't forget who I was. She chose to redefine me. I said nothing. I smiled politely. I let the moment pass. Because I'd already done the work. People think investigation looks dramatic. It doesn't. It looks like listening. Watching calendar entries, letting people underestimate you. I noticed the groom's father's company logo on his cufflinks. The same logo I'd seen on quarterly reports. The same one signed at the bottom of contracts I approved. I never corrected anyone when they assumed I was a technician. I let them believe my job involved dirt and sweat. Truth works better when it's patient. I verified everything weeks ago. Ownership structures, subsidiary filings, hidden partnerships. The groom's father worked for a company he thought was independent. It wasn't. It reported to mine. Indirectly, quietly, profitably. I never told my wife. Never told anyone. Power doesn't announce itself. It waits. Tonight was never about revenge. It was about clarity and timing. The email was still there. Subject line, acquisition finalization, confidential. I didn't read it again. I didn't need to. I stepped toward the groom, who was laughing, champagne in hand, unaware his life was balanced on a sentence. I held out my phone. "Read this," I said. That was it. No explanation, no edge, just certainty. He frowned. Then his eyes moved, left to right, line by line. Color drained from his face. He swallowed once. Twice, he looked at me like I'd pulled the ground out from under him. Then he turned to his father. "Dad." His voice cracked. "His blue-collar job." Pause. "He owns the company you work for." Silence doesn't explode. It collapses. The groom's father laughed once, reflexive, then stopped. He looked at me for the first time. Really looked. I met his eyes. Empty, calm, uninterested. My wife stared at the phone like it might deny itself. It didn't. I didn't raise my voice. Didn't gloat. Didn't smile. I simply stepped back. The groom's father reached for me, not aggressively, desperately. Words crowded his mouth and found no order. I leaned in just enough for him to hear. "I never corrected you," I said. "That was your mistake." My wife whispered my name. I didn't answer. She tried again, softer, pleading. That voice used to work. Not anymore. I placed the phone back in my pocket and straightened my jacket. The room buzzed again, whispers replacing music. The groom avoided my eyes. The bride looked confused. The guests recalculated everything they thought they knew. I walked past my wife. She reached for my hand. Missed. That was the last thing she ever lost control of. Outside, the night air felt clean. I stood there for a moment, listening to the muffled chaos behind the doors. I felt nothing resembling victory, just resolution. I understood now. Humiliation hurts only when you accept it. She didn't betray me tonight. She revealed herself, and that was enough. I walked away without looking back. Some people chase respect. Others let it come to them. Too late, when it finally understands who it's dealing with.